Hi, everybody. It's Kim from Expressions of the Universe, and I have a special treat for you today. I have cards for every astrological sign for the Mercury retrograde and cards for the week, the crystal for the week. You're also going to pick an anchor card, your theme for the week, 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to read that, and then I'll read your sign. You want to check your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign so that you can get a whole picture of not only what this week will be, but what you should be working on for the Mercury retrograde. And I chose a really fantastic crystal and crystal card that will really help us get through this Mercury retrograde. So let's play, have fun. I'm going to start with the theme card first. You'll choose one of these cards, and then I'll go into each of the astrological signs, and I have cards for all of us. So stay tuned. Let's get started. This should be fun. I want to be fun. I want to have fun. And you know what? Before we get into the cards real quick, you can use this anytime for any retrograde. These are great cards for healing, for things that we should be working on within ourselves. So let me know what you think about this. These are shamanic oracle cards. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. You're going to go ahead and pick your theme card. This will be your overall message that you will combine with the card for your astrological sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. If you have chosen card number 1 as your theme for the week, it is completion. The essence of this card says that all things have a beginning, a middle, and an end. This is the nature of life, the seed, the flower, and the fruit, and all human relationships. Completion suggests the fullness of the moment and the need to transform an old form into a new one. This is a completion of a cycle. Keep this in mind when you watch your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. This card will also be displayed in full detail on Monday on Expressions of the Universe's Facebook and Instagram pages. If you have chosen card number 2 for your theme, it is the Vision Quest. The essence of this card says, in the Vision Quest, you face your fear, embrace your mortality, and then meet face to face with spirit. When we feel stagnant, a vision quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering to us. We remain on a vision quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter in our lives. For the full detailed message, come to Expressions of the Universe's Facebook and Instagram page on Wednesday, where I will channel the full message of this. Be sure to stay tuned for your personalized sun sign, rising sign, and moon cards. Hey, and if you chose card number 3, it is the Blade. And the essence of this card says, the blade represents sharpness of the mind, body, and spirit. Pointing upward, it summons the power of heaven. When aimed down to the ground, it anchors the power of the heavens on earth. The blade can be a healing tool or a weapon. Wield it wisely and it will transmit power, bestow initiations, cut energetic cords from the past, or sever toxic relationships. Love that. Use it with anger and it will slash, stab, and kill. Aries, the middle world has been chosen for you at this time. It's indicating that we shouldn't try to correct in the earth what needs to be corrected in the heavens first. The resources to support the changes or endeavors that you are considering are not readily available to you yet. So it's important to ask for help from the invisible realms, from your angels, your spirit guides, your ancestors on the other side, from the helpers in the upper world. For now, it is time to wait and be patient. Taurus, your Mercury retrograde lesson says that it's the hunter that is coming out. Don't settle for the roadkill. It could be poison. Be careful that you do not become prey of your desires and fantasies. Remember not to want more than you need, so you are not guided by unbridled ambition. It is okay to come home empty-handed. Geminis, your card is the staff, and your Mercury retrograde lesson says you are caught in the delicate balance between opposing forces, between masculine and feminine, between action and non-action. Use this to your advantage, as there can be no day without night, no low without high, no wrong without right. This is a time to take corrective action, beginning with your own beliefs about what needs to be fixed or repaired. Let destiny take its course, nudging it slightly along its way and its path. Let the staff bring balance into your life. Cancers, little crabs. Your card is the arrow, and your lesson during Mercury retrograde says this is a time to admit that by continuing on the path you are on, you might be shooting yourself in the foot. Could it be that you have become so attached to winning this game that you have missed the true mark? What if your arrow was never meant to land where you wanted it? Now is the time to regroup and ask if what you desire is really worth your energy. This is a sign that something better is waiting. Consider the wisdom in not getting what you want. Suffering in this case is a pathway to heal the parts of you that feel unworthy, the parts that worry there isn't enough. Make peace with those voices. What is truly yours will be waiting for you very soon. Just be patient. Leos, little lions, your card is the Tree of Life, and your lesson for Mercury retrograde asks, what nutrients do you need to add to your soil to grow strong? The seed of the oak will not grow on barren ground or without the light of the sun. What dreams do you want to awaken to create a mindful destiny? Now's the time to reflect on how you want to blossom, the kind of fruit you want to produce, and where you want to sow your new seeds. Be a conscious creator. Virgos, your card is the medicine wheel, and your lesson for Mercury retrograde says you must not postpone your healing journey any longer. It can be difficult to start, but you must find the inner strength to step into the medicine wheel or you may lose your opportunity. There are many ways and many paths. Choose the one you resonate most with. Once you have found it, the only mistake you can make is to not follow it. Go boldly. Libra, your card is the Seer, and your Mercury retrograde lesson says the Seer has arrived now to challenge you to go and get out of denial and begin telling yourself the truth about your situation. Wishful thinking will not make what you desire happen when you're refusing to see things as they are. The truth may hurt, but it will set you free to claim the bounty that is waiting for you if you take notice to it. This moment is a moment of true power. The Seer offers you his medicine. When you are ready, surrender your vision to Spirit and ask to be shown the truth, no matter what the price is. Once you do so, your eyes will open and you will receive a very powerful gift. Scorpios, your card is the Sacrifice, and your Mercury retrograde lesson says, what is the one person or thing you feel you cannot live without? It is time to offer it all to Spirit so that it may unfold as it will. Do not cling to the old form or allow your sacrifice to weigh heavily upon you. You have sacrificed yourself and your dreams for far too long. Now is the time to rededicate yourself to your journey. When you make sacred, you open the doors to infinite wealth. Do not delay. Sagittarians, little centaurs, your card is lightning, and your Mercury retrograde lesson says, life has gifted you with a destiny that is in alignment with your passion and in harmony with all existence on earth. Now lightning has come to jolt you into accepting your destiny. Let this initiation release what is in the way of your fulfilling your life purpose. Otherwise, you'll be bound to your karmic fate. This is a time to be courageous and daring. Capricorns, the little mountain goats, your card is Pachamama, and your Mercury retrograde lesson says, you still believe that you have been cast out of the Garden of Eden, that you are motherless and homeless. You suppose that you need to work very hard to survive or thrive. It is time to stop suffering. Let go of that old myth and realize you were given the garden to rejoice in and to become its steward. Your melancholy is really a longing to return to the heart of Pachamama, which is the earth. Listen deeply to the mother who is always there for you. Walk in beauty and honor all life. Aquarians, little water bearers, you received the Wild Woman card, and your Mercury retrograde lesson says, excess for its own sake is a sign of imbalance. This is a warning that you may be trapped in obsessive thinking or behavior, looking for release in places that will never provide it. Let go, lest you become like the hungry ghosts of Chinese Buddhist lore that can never be fulfilled. True release comes from trusting the fluidity of life, understanding that just as a river needs its banks to flow through, so do you need boundaries around your thinking and your behavior. Now is a time to simplify, be mindful, and connect to the light within. Pisces, little fishes, your card is water, and this is so super important for you. Your Mercury retrograde lesson says, this is a time for cleansing unwanted energy and sticky feelings. Consider this. What water does to the flesh, it does in sacred ritual to the spirit. The spiritual cleansing, kind of like baptism, is the opportunity to get in instantaneous experience of the timeless, non-ordinary reality in which all true creation takes place. Now is also a time that is pregnant with potential for you. Carl Jung talked about the material, womb-like significance of water as a universal symbol. Water represents the potentiality of existence. It precedes and sustains every creation. Emergence from it is manifestation. Immersion in it is dissolution of form. Because of this, it symbolizes regeneration. Make way for this process. You can expect it to be messy, but it will be worth it. And last but not least, the crystal for the week for this retrograde is chrysocolla. And I love that it's a number 16, as it speaks about the love that we have for ourselves and the ability to open up to others. It's about speaking your truth, heartfelt communication, and right speech. And it indicates that when we speak our truth, we are being true to our soul's desire to participate in the co-creation of a better world and a better life for ourselves. And that is really what Mercury retrograde is always about. It's about our communication. It's about our thinking. And this is a beautiful stone to help heal not only the heart and the mind, and allow us to speak our truth. I just think that it's perfect. In order to bring prosperity to ourselves during this time, this is a wonderful stone to try. We often remain silent because we don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or be embarrassed. But chrysocolla spirit has appeared to tell you that now is not a time to hold back your truth. Practice right speech, expressing yourself in a loving and honorable way. As you discuss your business and financial dealings, your heart dealings, asking us to speak up about what we need and what we desire and what we're thinking and perceiving when it comes to the flow of our heart and our material world and our desires, so that we may experience prosperity. Now, the one tricky thing about this being Mercury retrograde, the wrong thoughts could happen, the wrong words could come out, and your words could be perceived by another in a completely different way. So this is about practicing what it is that you want to say. You'll probably have to wait until after the retrograde to fully express yourself. And you don't want to do that in anger in any way, shape, or form. You want to be nice and calm. That's why this stone is perfect. So I hope that helps you. I hope you all loved that as much as I did. I know I have a lot of things to work on myself, but Listen, the Mercury retrograde, the first one of 2020, that begins on February 16th, just before the stroke of midnight, and it will last until March 9th. Now, of course, we have the shadow period before and the shadow period after. So we've been kind of stuck in that, as you know, as of a few weeks ago, and the shadow will last until March 30th. It affects, communications, travel, delays, electric. Yes, my coffee maker broke last week, and I had a small electrical fire yesterday. So thank goodness angels were watching out for me, or somebody was. The Mercury retrograde starts at 12 degrees Pisces today, and it's in the 6th house when it hits exact. So, those are details, our daily routines. With it being Mercury, it's definitely communications, and I think it has a lot to do with our relationships, the way we communicate in our relationships, the people that we deal with on a daily basis. It's also about right thinking when it comes to our health and our routines. Mercury will be sliding back from the 6th house through the 5th and the 4th, and winding up in the 3rd when it goes direct at 28 degrees Aquarius. So I would think that air signs and water signs will have the most difficulty, maybe have the most lessons. Oh, and by the way, how you like this? Mercury retrograde, and I love it. It's from 1976. It's the world tour, and I've been waiting to wear this. What else? So, 6th house, I just told you what that is. 5th house, ruled by Leo, typically. That's about our play and our joy and our pleasures in life. It's about romance. So I would expect that maybe some old loves are going to become knocking on our door. Or, you know what? We could meet the loves of our lives, although I don't recommend starting any new relationship during a Mercury retrograde. You want to be very careful about any contracts that you're signing. It's all about the details. That's 6th house. You have to read the fine print. And even if you read the fine print, your brain may not comprehend it. So the 4th house is about family and our roots, mother, father, parental issues. 5th house is children. So I would expect that we could be having some issues there. And then 3rd house, ultimately, are short trips. So we'll expect delays, but it's also about communications and our siblings. And I don't want that to happen to me anyway. I'm good where I am with siblings, and I don't want anything coming back. Seems like whenever Mercury retrograde happens, there's always somebody from the past that comes back. Anyway, I have so many blogs about Mercury retrograde and how to get through it beautifully. It's just about preparing for delays, making sure you rest and relax and rejuvenate, and, thoroughly work on our lessons. And that's what those cards were for. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends. Give me some thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell so that you get notifications when I have another video. Be sure to check me out at expressionsoftheuniverse.com, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and of course on YouTube. And thank you for all of you who have donated to my channel or to my blog at expressionsoftheuniverse.com. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I truly appreciate it. It helps to keep me going. So until next time, which will be the new moon, have a great week. Have a great Mercury retrograde.